Okay, quick look through Friday's end of day closing screens. Pretty good week. Good week in small caps. A little bit of flip flop action at the end of today, but solid performance was put in. Just welcome. We've got a couple of new members this week, so I'll just welcome the new members. As always, I'll just highlight we do have a members help channel. Nearly every question that you will ask me or in the channel has probably been answered already in the website, but there's no harm in just if you're looking for something, asking the members help channel, because I have to do it myself. So there's a good group of members who can just point you in the right direction, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes it's worth asking in there as well, because when I try and answer a question, being a little bit very dyslexic, sometimes members can actually word it better than me, or come at it from a different angle that you might understand it. It's just one of those things. But welcome, and I'm just going to buzz through my sort of screens as I do every evening, and I'll keep it pretty short and sweet this week. Just looking for interesting areas. I buy breakouts and pullbacks. Got all the time in the world for studying stocks, in my growth lists. But when it comes to buying them, I buy breakouts or I buy pullbacks, and everything's married to that. My risk management and position size and everything's married to the way I stagger into these things. So with that in mind, I will just fly straight into it. As always, if anyone's got anything they want to look at or cover, just drop it in chat and I'll jump on it at the end. So let's just go through the markets again. I know we do this a little bit too often, but it's nice to see the transports up again. We've just been flip-flopping. You know what we say? The markets flip-flop when they're sort of getting ready to leave the area. Hopefully that's with the trend up. Nasdaq close to coming into sort of mean trend there, but the Nasdaq might have more work to do yet. The other markets don't have to. The Nasdaq is not always the leader. It might have a bit more work to do. Who knows? Time will tell. Russell, we've just got markets in pullbacks, and the markets are designed to shake you out. So you get a pullback, and the market starts going up, and you start counting looking at your P&L, and you remember what it felt like on the exact lows where everything went down together, and then the market starts pulling in again, and the weaker hands start to adjust things and start to throw out the baby with the bathwater, and the markets are designed to do that, aren't they? So trading a methodology rather than trying to time the market. Everyone says they invest on their methodology. Very few can actually stick to the plan without starting to time the market. It is what separates the winners from the losers. DAX, bear flag there, but we'll see. FTSE 100 just in the range still going. So we've been going sideways for months. This is we can go all the way back to May last year. So tries to do the maths. What's that? 7 months. 7 months we've been going sideways in the UK. apart from on the AIM market, still just going down, but obviously it's not a leader in any way, shape or form. Yeah, Bitcoin, obviously, covered that in detail, haven't we? Froth, pullback, radio silence. Froth, pullback. Froth, pullback, radio silence when you should be sort of getting involved with these things. Let's look at TLT. It just looks awful, doesn't it? So yesterday we had a move in gold, didn't we? And gold stock's playing catch up today. Silver did okay actually today. Well, it's still in the game, it's still open. Oil having a good day yesterday, and it's up today, isn't it? I've got my gap screens back, so let's see what gapped up today. There's not been much news whatsoever really this week. So I'll just fly through these. Six-month closing highs, 38 today. Just fly through these in order of sector. Few oilers, support services. I'll just punch this in. Oh no, I've already dropped it, haven't I? I think I've dropped that in. I definitely have dropped it for someone today, so you can have a look at that one. Yeah, totally see line in the sand. It's a lose slightly less scenario with a tick up in turnover. Moving on. SNX continues. So I know I'm doing a little bit back to basics. I'm a buyer of breakouts or pullbacks. Pullbacks to mean trend. I mean, this one really didn't have much of a pullback. It just went sideways into a base again. Nice swing point here. These are my areas of interest. When I'm doing these screens, I don't care how many days it's run up at the base. I'm not interested. I'm going to be buying the breakout, or I'm going to be buying a pullback on my own terms. So to take part in today and yesterday's action, you have to be positioned for it. Especially in small caps with the spreads involved. Let's fly through the rest of these and into swing points. When I say it's the swing point screen, it's just a turn up in the price action, and this just captures everything what's turning up from a pullback and everything what's just turning up over the look back period I use, which is 7 to 10 days depending on which screen I'm in. Pullback, turn up, that's basically what this captures. Investment trusts, we've got 30 in here today, so I'll just fly through these. XPS is old news to us. I'll just do it again. This is what we're looking for: breakouts or first retraces. When I'm in them, I will be adding on higher highs as well. breakouts and first retracers, and I will be adding on higher highs when I'm in them. This is a lose less scenario, expected to post some turnover. You'd want to really dig into that. You know, a bit sparse these screens tonight, but you know, I see the breakout. You know, I see the first pullback. I see it, but C as in SEE. But it's just a lose less scenario. If you look at the numbers, they lost 9.3 million and they're expected to lose 4.5. So yeah, you know, share scope numbers. Just drink my coffee. Breakout, pullback, another breakout, another pullback. Based out again, breakout, pullback, higher high, went into a little bit of a base, broke out again, you know. And I'll just drill home what I don't do here, because I know a few of you have sent me messages about who you've been following. I do not pump stocks all day long. You know, there's some pump groups out there what have been mentioned this week, and as influencers and that. I don't pump these. You know, you can look at my screens. We're all looking at the same stocks. We're looking for the ones. I'm looking for the ones that tick the most boxes as per CamSlim screen. I don't need to shout and scream and tell you which are the good stocks. I'm looking for good entries in a pool of good stocks, and I'm trading within my risk parameters. Doesn't matter if anyone knows about I don't need to tell everyone on Twitter. You know, it's actually better when people don't know, and then you know, they start to wonder why the stock is trending, and they come to the stock. You know, the people who buy the thing out of the base are the ones what make these things sort of trend. But we get reward to risk by good entries. And it's easier to sit through pullbacks as well with a good entry. If you bought it here, it's easy to sit through this. You know, if you bought it here, it's hard to sit through that straight away, isn't it? From, you know, I'll tell you now that when you buy them out of the base, a lot of the time they come back in anyway. You know, it might just go sideways. Say you just got like a breakout here, you bought it there, and then it comes straight back in. That happens a lot. It really does. So buying on your own terms and lets me let these things sort of do what they've got to do. So that's what's in there today. There's not much to see, but it's been a good week for us. Just have a quick look in the end of day. See what's in my end of day screen in the chat group there. Costain. Breakout, first pullback, higher high. XPS is in there again. You know, it doesn't grind on me, this, but I had to sort of it wasn't this one, was it? It was the other one that I took time, wasn't it? I traded this one a long time ago, and it was the best looking base, but you know, I traded this base here. It looked fantastic, you know, straight out of the gates, and then it did a normal pullback, and then it just drifted and rolled over, didn't it, from the IPO? But in the heat of the moment, you know, this is what we were looking at here. I bought it on this day here. You know, obviously lovely looking breakout, but that's the reality, you know. That's why we trail a stop. Position size for these things. We don't ride them all the way down here. What else was in that end of day called? Yeah, I haven't got that much on this one. It's posted some good quarter-on-quarter numbers, so it's passing the end of day screen, but this was the base, and then we got this little zone of interest here, and we got our first pullback here, but it's not that interesting to me. Famous last words. EQLS is basically we've all finished this one. GE needs to be deleted from the screen. Actually, I'll actually EQLS. I'll filter it out. There's another one I need to filter out on the GTRS as well. I've just noticed it today. Image scan. I'll just punch this one in as well. As soon as the screen wakes up. IGE. Microcap high float. Let's just do what I always do. Zoom it out. Yeah, we see this little breakout line here at 52-week highs, and we see it's a first retrace. You've just got to decide whether that's enough for this thing to change its character. And I can't open my... For some reason it won't let me open... I'm a few share scope issues this week. See if this one's working again. No. Crikey. There we go. I'll just do it manually. That should... So you... Crikey, come on. Let's try again. See if we can do this. There we go. I don't know why it acts up like that. So you're asking for this to sort of trade differently, you know. It's posted a very slim 200k profit, which would have been huge in percent terms, up from 100k. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's ticked back up in the turnover. Some pretty thin numbers there, and asking it to change the way it's always traded is a little bit of an ask. But it depends what risk capital you've got, doesn't it? I don't know if I brought that over then. I think I did. Shall we have a look what's working today? Buzz through a few things we can see what working. I will do that. Oh, the screens have already disappeared off for some reason. Because that's an intraday screen. Anyway, the metal stocks have been doing okay, haven't they? MTL went back to highs, dipped back in. But you know, it's we've got a little level here. Can I take this off now? Let's just tidy this chart a bit so we can just see where that high is. So we've got like a little area in here now, haven't we? See where it wants to go, whether it wants to sort of get through that, what I call a swing kick at active low, higher, high, and continue on. Beaks, yeah, broke out of what we call a base with a little bit of supply, and just dipped back in. Heading higher today. SRC is just in a pullback area, isn't it? What else did well today? So Griffin's right side, you know, I'm just looking at the precious metals here. HOC is trying to turn up here as well. So yeah, pretty good day really, pretty good week for what there was of this week. I'll leave it there, unless anyone's got anything they want to look at. All screens have been dropped. I'll drop the US ones at some point tomorrow. I've got to go to the dentist because I'm having a tooth pulled. What needs to be pulled before I have this operation I need. So I'm going to be feeling pretty rough tomorrow, I think. But I'll get them uploaded in the afternoon, early evening, I think. Okay, cheers all.